20 minutes before it arrives. So yeah, thought I'd do a random live stream, see who rocks up, answer your questions. Doesn't have to be happy hour related, it can be anything really. If it gets a bit too busy around me though, I'll move because people probably think I'm a weirdo. Current scenes, I've got the coolest Mr. Cool socks on. Reading train station looking pretty sick. It's not really. It's 4 o'clock and it's getting dark. Hey, Top 10 Travel, how you doing, man? I don't know what this is behind me, by the way. It's an advertising board for Dogman. So I don't know, it's probably a children's book, I'm guessing. Yeah, by Dogman. Product placement. Yeah, I don't really have any topics for discussion, but I'm here to answer any questions. I'm doing well, man. I just had a day at work in Reading, and I'm just waiting for my train home. I'm doing really well, thank you. I recently started a new YouTube channel, which has been quite exciting, alongside the FPL one. Basically trying to teach other people how to build their own YouTube channels. Might turn it into a little bit of a business, I don't know, but quite enjoyed making the videos so far. It should be a good few hours stream. Funnily enough, the train I got here this morning, so I had to be here for a meeting at 9:30 a.m. And it usually takes about an hour and 20 minutes to get from Bristol to Reading. And the train that I got from Bristol didn't have a driver, so I got on it, and then it was a really busy commuter train to London, and we were sat on it for about half an hour because there wasn't a driver. It's Tom H Coaching, mate. I can't actually link you to it in the chat, but I think if you go through the posts that I've made on the channel, there should be a screenshot and a link to the channel, so you can have a look at the. I would have shared a post somewhere on it. Salah or Palmer cap? I'm going for Salah, I think, mate. Salah's just been. I guess Palmer has potential to be slightly more explosive, but I think I'm going to go for Salah. I'd start Bruno, mate. I think, I'd start Bruno. Rodgers has got Forest away, hasn't he? And he doesn't take penalties. So for me, I think I would captain Salah. I would start Bruno, captain Salah. Start Bumo or Rodgers? Oh, and Bumo, definitely. He takes penalties. I also think Villa Forest away is a really tough fixture for them. Forest are a mean team defensively. I wouldn't trust Euro to start every game, mate, so I wouldn't pick him. Kirkes, Lewis Hall, those are the two. Haaland, Isak, Enzo, Colwill, or João Pedro. I'm a Haaland owner, but if I was to recommend what someone else do, I would say João Pedro, Saka, Isak and Trent. Yeah, you could go for Dunk. I don't actually think his minutes are completely secure anymore, though, because he has been benched, but when he was coming back from injury, so his minutes, it's a bit. Yeah, I guess you can't really ask for much more at his price, though, to be fair. Start Flecken or Fabianski. Oh, I can't remember off the top of my head who their fixtures are, mate, because I don't have any of their Brentford or West Ham players in my team. What fixtures do they have? And I'll let you know. I'll go for the one with the easier fixture, mate. I think both teams are probably equal quality defensively, so there isn't much to choose between them. Dogman, by the way, check that out. I took a risky transfer, Romero out for Van Dijk. Well, I don't think that's risky, unless is Van Dijk playing Champions League today? That might make it a bit risky. Hello from Canada. Right, mate. How you doing? Hello from Reading train station. Huge. I'd go Fabianski. Sorry, I forgot about, Chelsea got Brentford, haven't they? Yeah, I'd go Fabianski. Cheers, Alex, mate. Sorry, I can't, if I go off the YouTube app on my phone, the stream will die, so I can't do that, I'm afraid. So, yeah. Your thoughts on Mbumo? Last week you said better keep, then later better sell. Your thoughts on this? I said keep him for last week and then take your points and run. I think I'd sell him even though he did well last week. In fact, I don't think I said that at all, mate. If I did, I apologise because I sold him last week and I don't regret the decision. And if I had him this week, I think I'd sell him again. Take the points and run. He's not getting the chances. Well done. Yeah, that is risky. Early transfers for a Champions League player is a risky game. You're hanging on to Mbumo, but if you had more transfers, yeah. I guess the question is, you would, replacing like for like for a player of the same price doesn't really work. So for me, I bought Semenyo in and then brought Isak in, and that was what I did with the Mbumo funds. Because honestly, I think if you look price for price, there's not much around him. So you either replace him for someone more expensive or cheaper and upgrade elsewhere. That's how I would do it. Yeah, Alisson's an interesting one, mate. We'll see how long he can stay fit for. I think he is a bit too injury prone now. He seems to get an injury pretty much 2 or 3 times a season, I've noticed recently. So I guess we'll see on that one. I guess, Happy Human, I would base the answer to that question on who you think is the best captain for 16. If you think Salah is the best captain, then I would buy him. I've still got Haaland and no Salah. Oh yeah, I've already answered that. Literally just answered that. And Bumo. No, he still spelled it wrong. Oh, well, it's hard to spell, don't worry. I got ripped apart for spelling the name Mazwari wrong. But I had no internet connection when I made the slide with his name on it, so I had to guess how it was spelled, and I got it wrong. So yeah. Do you think Isak? I do, but Callum Wilson's injured at the moment, mate. So I mean, I don't really. I think he's as nailed as it will come, to be honest, with Callum Wilson out. Watkins and Gabriel to Trent and Isak for a -4, or do one for free. Honestly, mate, I wouldn't do either. I think Watkins is great, and he's on penalties. I don't think there is enough between Watkins and Isak to make the transfer, in my opinion. Yeah, you can start him, so you get away with it. He's probably as good as Semenyo and Rogers right now, isn't he, with the form that he's in? And I've got both Semenyo and Rogers, so yeah, I can't really talk. I'd start him. Do you think Isak will outscore Haaland this week? No, I think Haaland will do well against United this week. I think there'll be goals in that game. Absolutely freezing in there. I'm fed up with Semenyo. Mate, I just bought him and I'm fed up already. Yeah, fixtures might be better, but I still quite like Watkins. Just my opinion, though. I'd say Enzo Fernandez, Eze potentially, Semenyo and Rogers are the other picks. I I'd probably still recommend Semenyo with the quality of fixtures that he's got. Watch the train go by. Train. There's a train. Any penalty takers cheaper than Mbumo? Not that you'd want in your team, actually. That's a good idea. Get safe. Bro, I'm safe. I'm at a train station. I'm all good. Just a bit cold. I've had Semenyo since Gameweek 5, and he's only turned once. Oh my god. Why didn't you tell me this when I bought him? It's all good. I got Dogman here, look, to save me. Whoever that is. Lewis to Trent for -4. I have Gabriel need a third defender. Yeah, go on. I think taking a -4 for a defender though, you either have to get an attacking return or a clean sheet out of them to make it worthwhile. Otherwise, it's just not worth it. I definitely wouldn't do Gabriel to Saliba for a -4. No, no, I wouldn't do that, mate. Oh, it's really tough at Gabriel. Um, sorry, just moving my bag. If you if you need to take a hit to get rid of him, I probably wouldn't do it. So I think he maybe misses out one more week back in the team. So yeah, I wouldn't do it. Yeah, it certainly looks like he will. There's been a couple of positive reports in the press about him being fit. Although it's a hamstring injury that he had, and I've done a couple of like hamstring twinges, and it's usually a month until you feel completely better. Yeah, I think I will be too, Paul, if you saw my video. Bruno Fernandes to Enzo, Raul to E. Ooh. Yeah, I don't mind it, but I also don't think Raul Jimenez is all that bad, to be honest with you. I've got to say. I'm rolling. If Gabriel doesn't play, so be it. Yeah, especially if you've got a first sub. But yeah, I'd also say if you bought Bruno, like why are you selling him? The logic to buy him, I think, has paid off. He's been decent. Only one game against Man City. I personally don't think I'd sell him. If I had Raul Jimenez, I think I'd keep him as well, mate. Fulham don't look too bad, and I think he's going to take pens. Someone asked me for who the cheapest penalty for in the game is, and I think it's going to be Raul Jimenez, actually. It's not confirmed, I don't think, but I think he took a penalty when Andreas Pereira wasn't on the pitch in a cup game, and then Andreas Pereira missed his last penalty in the league, so I think it's lined up for him to take them. There you go, top tier analysis there on penalty takers. Right, unless there's any more questions, shoot off, that's all right. It's really cold. Quad Fulham. Wow. Yeah, I don't think Fulham are too bad. They seem probably to be the best of like the mid-table teams this season, I would say. They're important, isn't it? And yeah, I sold Raul Jimenez to João Pedro, and that's another trade. It's resulted in me losing points, so that's been a bit of a disaster, to be honest. I'm thinking of selling Cunha for Wood. Oh, yeah, I don't mind it. I always said about Cunha that I never thought his attacking turns were sustainable because like half of them came from outside the box. And yeah, I just don't think you can sustain that. So I agree. How many games he blanked in that? Is it 3 or 4? Yes, I do like. I do like Mbumo to Iwobi, and I would definitely sell Collins instead of Murillo. I always think that those Forest defenders, based on the fact I said he won result, but they got a clean at Anfield. I think of all the teams that have like budget defenders, Forest are the ones that I would back to keep the most clean sheets. So for that reason, I don't see any reason to sell the Forest defenders. Evanson's better than Wood, or I don't know. I think Chris Wood has got something like 21 goals in 35 Premier League games or something like that. I think there's 38 games in a season. You know, if a player finishes on 20 goals in a season, you would back that, wouldn't you? And I think Chris Wood is a player that can score against anyone. Isak is better than Bruno, in my opinion. I think he will do well from open play. Oh, I'm just going to move a sec. Just walking down the platform. platform. Some of them went to sit next to me. I don't want to put them on, so I've just moved. Got some Panadol now.
May I have your attention, please? This is a safety announcement. Please take care.
I think I would bench Bruno Fernandes there by saving 0.4. Yeah, but I don't know. I just prefer penalty takers. Apparently, you can do super chats on this. Can you imagine if someone rocks up, just starts recording on their phone, and someone pays the messages to put a comment on? It's crazy. I see the logic with Evan Nilsson, but I just prefer penalty takers. It's something I really like in FPL. All right, I think the questions have dried up. I'm going to shoot now with my trains in it. What else have I got to say? I've done all my deadline stream graphics, so we're ready to go on Saturday morning for that one. I didn't realise, but it's a 1:30 p.m. deadline, so I think I will probably have 9:30, 10:30, something like that. I think I scheduled it for 9:30. So yeah, we'll go nice and early with that. Try and capture some people who are in different time zones. I think that's worked quite well for me recently. But yeah, that's mega. So much, mate. Paul, you're a legend. Oh, incredible. Thank you so much. You didn't have to do that, mate. I appreciate that. What a lovely surprise.
25 Great Western Railway service to Bristol Temple Meads.
Right, I'm going to shoot off now if that's all right. I've got a train to catch. I can see it coming in. I'll see you guys later. Oh, hang on, I'll start at the pole. I'm not stopping.